Marshon Lattimore is about to have the greatest revenge game in the history of revenge games. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Abdullah coming at you with another video for the channel. Welcome back, guys. Today I am talking about a man who the Commanders traded for, I think a month ago or a little more than that. Defensive back Marshon Lattimore and how he's coming back from injury, playing against his former team, the New Orleans Saints. Before I get this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and let's get straight to the video. Man, finally, the Commanders traded for DB Marshon Lattimore at the trade deadline. We were all hyped for it. And obviously, he had that injury coming out of New Orleans. I think a lot of that was the fact that he didn't want to play, but judging from the fact what Adam Peters and Dan Quinn were saying was that it was a serious injury, so they were not rushing him at all. Obviously, it would have been nice to have him in that three-game losing streak with Pittsburgh, Dallas, and Philly. But again, it is what it is. It's better to be safe than sorry, especially in the NFL. And Marshon Lattimore, we finally have a lockdown cornerback one in DC. A position that we really haven't solidified in a long time. And we thought it was going to be Well, I didn't think it was going to be Emmanuel Forbes, but Emmanuel Forbes, Josh Norman, you can just go back and forth. Benjamin St. Juice is on the chopping block, so everyone's getting the smoke in the cornerback room. Adam Peters, though, found a guy, Mike Sanders, a second round gem. So him and Marshon Lattimore, I mean, that's going to be crazy. But I want to talk about how the fact that this dude could legit have a great game on Sunday. Considering the fact that the New Orleans Saints, I mean, they're going to be without Derek Carr. He has a hand injury. Receiving wise, I don't think Chris Olave is going to be designated to return. There's really no point for the Saints. I think they're 5-8, basically eliminated from the playoffs. Alvin Kamara is really the only threat on their offense. Marquez Valdez-Scantling has been a good pickup by them. Juwan Johnson. I mean, legitimately, there's really no threat on this Saints offense outside of Kamara. And I think Spencer Rattler will be the starting quarterback, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it was someone else. I can't remember. But I expect Marshon Lattimore to have a big game on Sunday, hopefully. And a pick six would be nice, going back to New Orleans and jumping into the stands. I know he was really loved in New Orleans. I was a big fan of him coming out of college, Ohio State. I think him and Terry came out the same year too. And when him and Terry went at it, he put up a good fight. I think that was in 2021, and he did a good job of defending Terry McLaurin. But now he's on our team. He's on the team in DC, and I can't wait. I really can't wait. I mean, Dan Quinn and Adam Pearce have been hyping him up, telling him that he's going to be here for a while, telling the media that we got a guy, and the draft capital, draft compensation, really like we didn't really give up that much. And in return, we get a lockdown cornerback. We'll hopefully in the future can guard guys like AJ Brown twice a year, CeeDee Lamb twice a year, Malik Neighbors once he gets a quarterback in DC. But I'm hyped. I really am hyped. I can't wait to see what he does on Sunday. And again, like I don't know if he'll be so rusty because he's coming back from injury, but when you see him healthy, you've seen in like past couple of years. I mean, he is, I don't know, four-time, five-time Pro Bowler really does make a difference on the defensive side of the ball, and it's a huge addition. I mean, after the Saints game, you got Philly again. You got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. You got Dallas. I mean, I know Dallas is not going to be playing for anything, but we lost them in the first game, and we got to win the second one. And then you got Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta with Drake London, Darnell Mooney's having a great year, Kyle Pitts. So obviously, this isn't the hardest test of these last four games, but this is a start. This is a good warm up. I really expect him to have a good game against the Saints, putrid Saints offense, to say the least. I mean, as unbiased as I want to be, like, to be real, like they just really don't have any, they really have nothing to play for. And it's gonna be funny to see, obviously, our side of the ball with Marshall Lattimore having a revenge game, but Chase Young having a revenge game. A lot of Saints fans have been telling me he just really hasn't done jack. They don't really like him, and it would be fun to see. I know I see on Twitter people saying who's gonna have the better revenge game, but we all know Marshall Lattimore is actually gonna make an impact on the field. And Chase Young, I mean, I was a big fan of him out of Ohio State. I have his jersey and all, but really just didn't pan out here in Washington. It was too much focus on social media rather than playing on the field. Now, granted, he really wasn't the same after that ACL injury, and we've seen in the past with players in the NFL that if they go through an injury like, as serious as that, like it's just not going to be the same. But it is what it is. Chase Young, Marshall Lattimore. There's two sides to the story, and it's going to be fun on Sunday, man. I expect the Commanders to win. I actually win big time, honestly. I expect defensively to face us. I expect a 30 ball from Jay Daniels in this offense and come out of New Orleans 9-5. All we need, I think, is 10 to make the playoffs, but 11 would be so nice. But that being said, guys, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I'll push out more content. I think might do a draft series where I talk about some draft prospects that the Commanders should target in 2025. But appreciate the support, guys. I'm just gonna push out as much content as I can. I mean, it's hard with school and all, but we'll see where we'll go from there. But yeah, I'm out. Peace. Out of the Commanders.